He freed the captive twins, only to learn the chains were there for everyone else's safety. The smuggler's moon of Thrylos was a place where secrets festered. Ships came and went without record. Fortunes were made in shadowed cantinas, and the screams from the auction pits echoed long into the night. Yerrick Wren hated it here. He was a war veteran, once a captain in Earth's defense fleet. The war had ended, but peace had not come with it. Now he drifted between jobs, his ship little more than a patched-up relic, his pockets perpetually empty. But when he saw the twins in the cage, something inside him stirred. They were humanoid, their features eerily symmetrical, their silver eyes glowing faintly even in the dim torchlight of the pit. Shackles bound their wrists and ankles, engraved with runes that pulsed faintly. The auctioneer barked out their price, calling them spoils of a forgotten temple. Yerrick didn't know why. Maybe it was the exhaustion of too many years of watching innocents chained, but he bid. And when no one dared to counter, the twins were his. He told himself it was mercy, that he was saving them. But later, he would curse the moment he touched those chains. Part 1. The Rescue. The twins said little at first. They moved in eerie unison, speaking only to each other in whispers of a language Yerrick couldn't place. He broke their shackles with his ship's cutter, the runes sparking and fading. For the first time, the sisters looked directly at him, their silver eyes unblinking. "You freed us," one said. "We remember," the other echoed. Yerrick forced a smile. "You're safe now. No cages. No chains." They exchanged a glance he couldn't read. Then, in perfect unison, "Safe until the raiders come." Yerrick frowned, not understanding. The warning would make sense soon enough. Part 2. The Siege. They reached orbit 2 days later, stopping at a backwater colony for supplies. The people welcomed Yerrick, grateful for his reputation as a veteran. The twins followed him silently, their presence unsettling but oddly protective, children clinging to their guardian. That night, alarms screamed. Raiders. Dozens of ships dropped from hyperspace, surrounding the colony. They were too many, too well-armed. The settlement's militia scrambled, but their defenses would never hold. Yerrick felt the old instincts return. He barked orders, rallied civilians into bunkers, and manned the turrets. For hours, they fought, until the raiders breached the walls. And then the twins changed. Part 3. The Power Within. Yerrick found them standing in the central square, their silver eyes blazing with unnatural light. The raiders hesitated, unnerved. The sisters raised their hands. The air vibrated. And then the raiders screamed. Invisible forces tore weapons from their hands, shattered armor, twisted metal into spirals. Raiders collapsed, clutching their skulls, blood leaking from eyes and ears. Entire squads fell, as if crushed by unseen fists. The colonists watched in stunned silence as the sisters moved like dancers, their voices weaving into a harmonic chant that made the ground tremble. Yerrick realized with horror, the chains hadn't been to imprison them. They had been to protect everyone else. Part 4. The Truth. When the last raider ship fled, the twins turned to Yerrick. Their glow dimmed, but their voices carried an ancient weight. "We were not captives," said the first. "We were sealed," said the second. "Long ago, our kind was bound. Our power breaks worlds. The chains kept us silent. Until you." Yarrick's throat went dry. "I thought I was saving you. You freed us," they said together. "Now the galaxy will feel what was hidden." And for the first time, Yerrick felt fear not for them, but of them. Part 5. The Burden. Word of the twins spread faster than light. Colonists whispered of angels and demons. Raiders spoke of witches who crush fleets. Other powers would come for them, Empires, cults, conquerors. Yarrick knew what it meant. His choice at the pit had made him custodian of something too dangerous to exist unbound. He tried to reason with them. If you use this power, they'll never stop hunting you. You'll never be free. The sisters tilted their heads, eerily identical. We are never free. You carry our chains now. That night, Yarrick sat alone, staring at the stars. He had spent his life fighting for survival, for freedom, for something better than cages. But what he had unleashed was not salvation. It was a storm. Part 6, The Decision. The next raid came sooner. A mercenary fleet this time, armed with dreadnoughts. The colony's defenses were useless. Yarrick begged the twins not to act. If you destroy them, more will come. Entire empires will descend on this world. Billions could die because of you. The sisters only clasped his hands. Their voices were almost gentle. Then guide us. Be our chain. And for a moment, Yarrick saw not monsters, but children, frightened, burdened, desperate to belong. So when the fleet descended, he stood beside them. He gave orders not of conquest, but of mercy. They bent their storm toward disabling, disarming, driving the mercenaries away without slaughter. The cost was enormous. Yarrick's ship was destroyed, the colony scarred. But the mercenaries fled alive, spreading tales not of demons, but of guardians. The galaxy would still come, but perhaps not only with fear.
Epilogue.
Weeks later, Yarrick watched the twins walk through the colony, children trailing after them, no longer terrified but curious. The sisters smiled faintly, their power hidden, their steps light. Yarrick knew he could never undo what he had done. He had broken chains forged for reasons older than memory. But perhaps he could forge new ones, not of iron or rune, but of trust, guidance, and choice. The twins were not safe. They might never be. But neither was humanity. And as Yarrick watched them laugh, he realized the truth. Maybe the galaxy didn't need safety. Maybe it needed people brave enough to free the dangerous and wise enough to walk beside them, even if the cost was everything.